Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon or Rising. And Scorpio, this is your monthly intuitive tarot reading for February 2020. Today I'm going to be working with Sahara Rose's A Yogic Path Oracle deck. I have the Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light Oracle and the classic Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck. So let's get started. I'm going to pull the cards on camera for you. Now this can take around 5 minutes because I don't select the cards, I allow them to fall out. So if you prefer to go directly to the reading of the cards, please select the timestamp which I'll leave in the description below this video. Okay, so angels, spirits and guides, can we please have an oracle card for the sign of Scorpio, February 2020? Well, so the idea is, guys, I don't select the cards, I allow them to fall, and that is because I believe it's your energy that selects the cards, it's not mine. It's for the collective of Scorpio. Can we have one card, please? And sometimes they'll jump quickly, I'm going to take that one, and sometimes it will take a while for them to come out. Okay, Vishuddha. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Throat chakra. Some of you may need to speak your truth or communicate a bit more this month. Okay, I'm going to go to the Work Your Light now. Angel, spirits and guides. Oh, we've got two already. Jumpers, Sisterhood of the Rose. And we have Soul Family. Call in your tribe, right? Some of you might be connecting with like-minded people coming into your network. Okay, let's go to the tarot, guys. We're going to start by calling for two cards for the recent past. For the collective of Scorpio, please. For February 2020. If big, stacks of cards jump out, I put them back in. That will be too many, but if there's usually one or two, then we take them. Recent past, please, for the collective of Scorpio, for February 2020. Now, that's interesting, Scorpio, because as I was cutting the deck just before I started this reading, the Nine of Pentacles was at the bottom twice. I also saw your card, the Death card, when I split the deck as well. One more for the recent past. Nine of Pentacles, self-sufficiency, independence, knowing how to build abundance on your own. One more card, please. Okay, that's too many. So yeah, as I mentioned, it can take a while, guys. I mean, the Strength card does want to be seen though. It's twice. Tried to jump. Here we go. Too many. That's three. Sometimes they come out extremely quickly, and other times they're a little bit resistant. Can indicate resistance in your life, resistance to opening up. One more card for the recent past, please, for the February 2020 for the Scorpio collective. Wow, they just don't want to come out. There we go. All right, we have the Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Right, okay, now there could be some indecision that's blocking a new beginning here. Some of you might, learn a truth as well, breakthrough. Okay, can we have current energies? Two cards for current energies for the collective of Scorpio, please. 2020. Okay, that will turned over. Five of Swords. Conflict, be it internal or external. Okay, we've got three there, that's too many. current energies, please. There we go. Knight of Pentacles, making new plans, methodically, efficiently, sowing new seeds for the future. Maybe the conflict could be somehow inhibiting that process. Okay, near future outcome, please. We have 2 cards for Scorpio. Here we go. So we're getting a bit more momentum here. All right. Okay, we have the High Priestess and we have a 10 of Swords ending, guys. There could be an ending to this conflict, an ending to the, maybe you've been in a state of indecision about it, being asked to use your intuition, and we have 2 indicators here of truth revealed. So there might be some information that comes to light that contributes to this ending. Can we please have 2 cards for advice from Tarot or Spirit for the collective of Scorpio 2020, please? For February 2020. Yeah, okay, some of you might have been dealing with a manipulative energy, an addiction, a codependency, toxic relationship. Another card, please, for the advice from Spirit. The collective of Scorpio 2020. One more card, please. Angels, spirits, and guides. So now you can see why I don't usually do this on camera, because the fear is that it's just really not engaging for you guys. And you know, a lot of people say in the comments, don't trust a reader that doesn't shuffle on camera. Well, I have no invested interest in rigging the cards for you guys. Trust me. But it does take a while, and it's probably not that engaging to watch, but I just thought, you know, I'm going to give it a go and see if people like it. One more card, please. Advice from Spirit. There we go. Possibly third-party energy. Or releasing yourself from, oh, it's a Tower. Releasing yourself from this manipulative energy, this codependency. Might be cause to celebrate, lifting your energy. I want one more card, please, for that. One more card, please, for the Devil and the 3 of Cups, the collective of Scorpio for February 2020. Too many. Use that timestamp, guys, if you don't want to endure the shuffling. That was the 5 of Cups again, though. I did want to be seen. Yeah, it's definitely time to establish some calm in your life and just lighten that energy after this ending. Oh, look what's in the bottom of the deck. That wanted to come out twice. I think we'll include that in the reading as well. There's a message in there. Okay, guys, thanks for bearing with me with the shuffling. I'm going to set these up all pretty for you. I'll see you back here in a moment and we'll read the cards. Okay, Scorpio, we're back now. It's time to read the cards. Now, what we've got here, just to reiterate, we have recent past, we have the 9 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords with the 2 of Pentacles behind there. Current energies, we have the 5 of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. In your near future outcome position, we have High Priestess and the 10 of Swords. The advice from Spirit or Tarot, we have the Devil, the Queen of Cups and the 3 of Cups. And we also had the 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck that wanted to show itself several times. So I have that down here and we'll include that in the reading at the end. Plus we have your oracles over there that we will read out after the reading as well to close out. All right, guys, recent past. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to start here with the Ace of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so the Ace of Swords is all about vision and clarity, you know, mental breakthrough, you know, being able to see clearly, all of that kind of thing. Now, when coupled with the 2 of Pentacles, we have a message here of instability, indecision, and potentially our emotions throwing us off balance. And when we are emotionally feeling not grounded, unstable, like we don't have 2 feet on the ground, it really can block us. It can block us from seeing truths in situations. It can, block us from being victorious, and definitely from, getting on with our life and building our best life in the abundance that we truly desire. That's what I'm really seeing in this situation. That Two of Pentacles really is the juggler. Sometimes the balls are up, sometimes they're down. Some of you might have been feeling like you're on a bit of an emotional roller coaster over a situation. It can also indicate, a fear energy as well. We have the Three of Cups in the reading. I'm not saying it definitely is that, but it is a possibility. But either way, I think that maybe some truth has come to light. Maybe some of you are beginning to see a situation or a person for exactly who they are. We have the High Priestess in the reading as well, who is a revealer of truth. She brings mysteries to light, things that are happening behind the scenes. So I think that is a possibility. Maybe some of you had thought that a situation or person was off for a little while, but you were indecisive about that. And maybe, you didn't really want to believe it. Maybe you were going back and forth in your opinion about a situation. And I do feel, with that, the Nine of Pentacles here, that when we're in that state, it really blocks us from being successful, basically. It can block our achievements and our successes in life. Here's somebody here in the Nine of Pentacles who's the ultimate of self-sufficiency, abundance, knowing that equation to actually, build material success, financial success in your physical material realm. So I feel that, this is the energy that really is around you, but there is some kind of blockage to getting to that. But that's one of the promises that's on offer here. But, the Ace of Swords is also your opportunity now to really, cut through to the truth of the situation, get to the core of it. It's a general reading, guys, so you'll know what this relates to for you. We have the Devil in the reading. Some of you might be involved in some kind of toxic situation that needs to come to an end. Could be a relationship, can be in work and business, issues with toxic friendships, codependency, that sort of thing. So the Ace of Swords is about the fact that, there is a victory to be had here, but we need to first make sure that we ground ourselves, that we're operating from a place of facts rather than emotions. Like when we bring a situation to light and make a clear decision, clear strategic decision on how to move forward, we want to make sure that we're not doing that from a emotional place, not from a triggered place, from a reactive place, but from a facts place, because then we can actually make the right decision for us. Now, current energies, we have the Five of Swords and we have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, so, we see that, throughout February, there is a sense of conflict here to do with this situation. And I do think that the conflict with you is whether to keep engaging in the situation or whether to retreat, whether to withdraw your energy. Do you stay? Do you go? Do you, leave that lover? Do you stay with them? Do you leave the job even though it's toxic and it might be burning you out? Or do you stay in it because the money's good? I think you have a key decision to make this week, and I think you're going to be conflicted about it. That Two of Pentacles talks about conflicted decision making as well. So, with the Five of Swords, it can be our internal conflicts, around those big decisions in our lives, but it can also indicate external conflict. So some of you might be engaged in argumentative situations with other people, whether that's in relationships or in the workplace. It can be a sense of one-upmanship with this Five of Swords, because it is actually a victory card, but it's a victory that comes at a cost. So you might be dealing with somebody who's trying to play the game with you, trying to win, trying to have the last say, trying to come out on top. But essentially with the Five of Swords, we really do want to, retreat from that energy and not keep battling, because otherwise it just kind of carries on in a self-perpetuating cycle. Number 5 in tarot is a number of conflict, but it's also the number of change. So what this means to me is that there is actually a change required to release yourself from the conflict. So if you stay in the conflict, it's like, I'm just seeing the hamster wheel, you know, going around and around on it. But what we really need to do is make a change, which can be withdrawing yourself from that situation, having a frank conversation, you know, talking to your manager and saying, hey, this isn't working for me. I'm finding myself in the center of office gossip or politics and things like that. I either need to change roles, change teams, or I'm out of here. It's about being clear, being really, really clear. Now, the Knight of Pentacles here in this reading, I think this is the start of that progress or change for you. What you're really being invited to do this month of February is to start facing a new direction, facing forward, not back towards the situation, and starting to lay a new foundation for your life, a new direction, starting to plant new seeds that may not, you know, grow and sprout immediately or in this month, but the promise is that you will reap a successful harvest, maybe a Nine of Pentacles harvest, in your next chapter, in the next season, which could be, you know, 2 months, 6 months, or even in a year's time. But it's saying that that change is necessary. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is about being methodical, efficient. He's been out there working that land, you know, almost like a bit of a perfectionist, putting these seeds in the land because he knows very soon they are going to give him something material back. This can be an indication that the decisions and plans that you put in place now could lead to financial gain, new opportunities in a material sense, a new home, new job, all of this kind of stuff. So yeah, he is a slow moving knight, guys, so it's not going to happen overnight, but this is your point of change and you're being invited to really have that forward vision and not look back at the past. We'll go there at the end, guys, but that's a key message for this reading too, is like, look out for the opportunities that are right there for you. But by engaging in conflict, by being indecisive, we're not seeing the truth. It's holding us from our own success, and we're just not getting that sense of victory or breakthrough that really is, on offer. Okay, so the near future or the outcome, we have the Ten of Swords and the High Priestess. Yeah, look, guys, I really feel like the situation is going to come to an end. The Ten of Swords is a final ending, and it can be a painful ending, guys. Not always, but it often can. And it usually, is a painful ending because we leave it quite late in the piece before we take action. You know what it's like if you know that deep down you want to end a situation, or maybe you have been stuck in that cycle of indecision. Things slowly escalate, and we can find ourselves, now really arguing with our partner every day when it just used to be, once a month or something like that. Maybe the office gossip or politics escalates to a point where it's actually getting quite nasty. It might be even, shaming or bullying on social media, that kind of thing. It's escalating to a place that's personal, right? So it's time to, put a close that door firmly and put a real stop to it. So with the High Priestess here, it's possible that some kind of information comes to light, some truth is revealed that really makes you go, okay, well, that's the tipping point. That's enough. I can't take any more, and I'm going to step away for good this time. And the High Priestess also asks you to trust your intuition, because deep down you probably knew this already, but I feel like it's going to be validated in some way. She has that link to both the subconscious and the conscious realm, so I think you are going to have really heightened senses and a heightened intuition, and you should trust that, because she's saying, you know what, you're going to be right this month. Now, the beautiful thing that I do like about this card is that there is this kind of bright sunny sky here that is waiting for you. It's going to eclipse that darkness, but it's saying that you need to leave that darkness behind in order for it to expand, in order for it to, lead to these beautiful sunny backgrounds that we see here that really indicate divine guidance and a fresh new start. Yeah, so that can be a little bit intense. The Ten of Swords can also indicate that Some of you might have been feeling this physically, this conflict, wherever the situation is. It can mean, fatigue. There can definitely be a betrayal, and I am feeling a sense of betrayal here, or somebody has undermined you. There can be, anxiety, depression, that kind of thing. Maybe you have been actually literally backstabbed by somebody. It can be harsh words, and they're really starting to stack up and can lead to, tiredness, fatigue, and burnout. So that's why it's very important to disengage from it before it gets any worse. Now, the devil, the advice from tarot or spirit is to release yourself from toxic situations and people. I'm not surprised to see the devil come out at the end with the cards that we're seeing here. So the devil, it can be somebody in the situation that is a manipulative energy, somebody that's saying one thing to your face and doing something else behind the scenes, somebody that doesn't have your interests at heart, somebody that has their own interests, and they're looking out for themselves, not you. The devil can, indicate that maybe there's codependency here. You might be in a relationship where it's toxic, but you can't leave because you're worried about how it's going to be financially. Maybe you're worried about how you're going to go on your own. You don't feel like you can be as independent as you want to. The cards are saying that you can be self-sufficient and you can make it on your own, Scorpio. So, with the devil, we see the lovers at the front here. They are chained to the devil. These chains are loose enough in order to free yourself. So there is that sense of staying in the situation voluntarily. And that's usually because there is a payoff for the cost. So in that relationship, having cheaper living because you're a partnership. With the job, not having to go and look for another one if you're in a work situation. It's that kind of stuff, maybe in a toxic friendship, not wanting to sort of say to the person, oh, I know what's going on. So you just keep on playing the charade, keep under the illusion, because the devil is an illusion. You are being invited to shatter the illusion this month. Because, even if you're staying in the situation for trying to look after yourself, guys, it's unsustainable because the devil also has the ability to kind of suck your life force over time. So we really want to release ourselves from it. There could be addictions, whether it's love addiction or substance abuse as well, that's in this mix somewhere. Okay, so last two cards here, Three of Cups and Queen of Cups. Yeah, okay, so I think that after you have released the situation, you're going to find yourself in so much of a better place emotionally, guys. You're going to get back in emotional control. You might have been on a bit of a roller coaster. There might have been a lot of breakdowns and tears and all of that sort of thing. But remember, breakdown is a breakthrough with that Ace of Swords. And the Queen of Cups is somebody who is a master of her emotional intelligence. She keeps her emotions in this beautiful gilded cup and she chooses when she lets them out. She doesn't get triggered by somebody else and then just melts down. She can be right on the watery emotions of life, right on the edge of the shore with her feet in it, so she can be surrounded by upsetting situations, but she stays unshakable and grounded. So I think you're going to feel a lot more of this and come back to your center once you've removed yourself, or at least started the process of extracting yourself from toxicity. And then, guys, I think that your energy is going to be so much lighter and you're going to feel need for celebration. I think some of you are going to be reconnecting with friends and family and, really starting to look towards the future and what you can manifest now. Again, we see here the harvest. The plans that you put in place, in the middle of February, they're going to start, growing pretty soon. Even though we've got a Knight of Pentacles, it's a slow-moving energy. I think you're going to start feeling that sense of abundance, even if it's in your internal realm. We've got cups here. It's the suit of emotions, joy, harmony, emotional fulfillment. I think you're going to start feeling that and reaping the rewards of that really quickly. So you're going to be celebrating this ending, guys. It's not going to be a sad thing for long. Now, final reminder here from Tarot, because this wanted to be seen. 5 of Cups. Guys, once you have removed yourself from the situation, Please don't dwell on it. The Five of Cups, it shows somebody who is lamenting the past. Past is in the past. These cups have spilt. That wine or water has soaked into the earth. There's no getting it back. There's no changing this situation. You can't change other people. And by focusing on the past, guys, it's like that when you're in that juggler mode, you miss opportunities because you're not present. And being stuck in the past can hold us in a stagnant pattern of negativity, of, victim mentality, that kind of thing. Internal conflict again. But we need to, shift that into change or transformation energy. Let go of that cloak of the past, build a bridge over those troubled waters, go back to your internal sanctuary, like the Queen of Cups, and you'll be so surprised that you'll actually see there was new opportunities and new pathways for you there all the time. Strong message, guys. Okay, let's go to your oracle cards. First of all, we'll go to your yogic path card, Vishuddha. Yeah, some of you may need to actually have a tough conversation as part of this ending, guys, and actually speak your truth. This is all about the throat chakra. Some of you might have, information that you've suppressed. And you might be learning a truth. Somebody might share a truth verbally with you. So, yeah, make sure that you speak and express your truth. And it's really time for you to shine in your truth. And just know that communication and expression are just really vital when you're trying to resolve a situation. Okay. Soul family, guys, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So know that you are supported as you go through this situation, whether that is by physical friends or family around you, or by your angel spirits or guides, or whatever you call them in your belief system. So maybe spend time with good friends, talk it over with them, get their advice, and then, use that for how you actually go about this. And I think we'll read this one out in full, guys. Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. So another link to priestess energy here. Okay, let's close on this one. The Sisterhood of the Rose is a lineage of priestesses and mystics who devoted their lives to serving humanity and seeding light consciousness all over the earth. A cross-section of ancient lineages, it is the path of devotion and beauty. Walking this path means being devoted to seeing and creating beauty wherever you go. The rose symbolizes the heart and the sacred geometry of all of life. You're being called to notice the beauty around you, particularly in nature, and hear the whispers of Mother Earth. Yeah, guys, you definitely wouldn't be able to be in that mode if you're in internal conflict all the time. So you're really being asked to reconnect with yourself, come back to your heart center, and reconnect with yourself emotionally. And for me, that is the energy of the Queen of Cups, guys. So this is where you're going to end up, and this is the energy that you'll be able to evoke once you've released yourself from toxicity. Scorpio, it's been a pleasure to join you for this February reading. I wish you all the best with it. Do keep in mind it's a general reading. It won't be for every one of you guys. Feel free to leave me a comment. Always love to know if it resonates and how it's playing out in your daily life. And I'll see you back here next month for another reading.